Imagination is more important than knowledge. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. I have no special talent. I am only passionately curious. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. Weakness of attitude becomes weakness of character. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. A clever person solves a problem. A wise person avoids it. Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. Try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value. Not everything that can be counted counts, and not everything that counts can be counted. It's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problems longer. You never fail until you stop trying. The measure of intelligence is the ability to change. Once you stop learning, you start dying. Information is not knowledge. Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. You have to learn the rules of the game, and then you have to play better than anyone else. A ship is always safe at shore, but that is not what it's built for. The value of a man should be seen in what he gives and not in what he is able to receive. The difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits. The only source of knowledge is experience. In matters of truth and justice, there is no difference between large and small problems. Blind belief in authority is the greatest enemy of truth. The most incomprehensible thing about the world is that it is comprehensible. Small is the number of those who see with their own eyes and feel with their own hearts. Reality is merely an illusion, albeit a very persistent one. Common sense is the collection of prejudices acquired by age 18. A person starts to live when he can live outside himself. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. Imagination encircles the world. Nothing happens until something moves. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be changed from one form to another. The search for truth is more precious than its possession. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The most important thing is not to stop questioning. Genius is 1% talent and 99% hard work. I never think of the future. It comes soon enough. A happy man is too satisfied with the present to dwell too much on the future. A calm and modest life brings more happiness than the pursuit of success combined with constant restlessness. You can't blame gravity for falling in love. Few are those who see with their own eyes and feel with their own hearts. If people are good only because they fear punishment, we're a sorry lot indeed. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. The monotony and solitude of a quiet life stimulates the creative mind. Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. If at first the idea is absurd, then there is no hope for it. All religions arts and sciences are branches of the same tree. Pure mathematics is, in its way, the poetry of logical ideas. Science without religion is lame. Religion without science is blind. Gravitation is not responsible for people falling in love. Unthinking respect for authority is the greatest enemy of truth. Whoever is careless with the truth in small matters cannot be trusted with important matters. No problem can be solved from the same level of consciousness that created it. You cannot simultaneously prevent and prepare for war. Few are those who truly think for themselves. Once we accept our limits, we go beyond them. Stay away from negative people. They have a problem for every solution. Science is a wonderful thing if one does not have to earn one's living at it. The only real valuable thing is intuition. We cannot despair of humanity, since we ourselves are human beings. Any man who can drive safely while kissing a pretty girl is simply not giving the kiss the attention it deserves. I never made one of my discoveries through the process of rational thinking. A man should look for what is, and not for what he thinks should be. Intellectual growth should commence at birth and cease only at death. All that is valuable in human society depends upon the opportunity for development accorded the individual. The pursuit of truth and beauty is a sphere of activity in which we are permitted to remain children all our lives. Creativity is intelligence having fun. Logic is the beginning of wisdom, not the end. If you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or things. The human spirit must prevail over technology. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. A table, a chair, a bowl of fruit, and a violin. What else does a man need to be happy? You ask me if I keep a notebook to record my great ideas. I've only ever had one. If the facts don't fit the theory, change the facts. All knowledge of reality begins with experience and ends with it. Out of clutter, find simplicity. From discord, find harmony. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Few are those who understand how much they do not understand. Do not worry about your difficulties in mathematics. I can assure you, mine are still greater. The tragedy of life is what dies inside a man while he lives. Every kind of peaceful cooperation among men is primarily based on mutual trust. Time is an illusion. The eternal mystery of the world is its comprehensibility. Every man should become as accomplished as he can. It's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see. The ideals which have guided my way and time after time given me new courage to face life cheerfully have been kindness, beauty, and truth. Imagination is the highest form of research. The most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. He who can no longer pause to wonder and stand wrapped in awe is as good as dead. One may say the eternal mystery of the world is its comprehensibility. 100 times every day, I remind myself that my inner and outer life depend on the labors of other men. If you want different results, do not do the same things. Education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions.